Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity on, are you on their mind? And if so, what are they thinking and feeling about you today? And then stay with me till the end because we're also going to be getting Spirit's advice and guidance for you. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It's so wonderful to have you here. I wanted to say a big thank you to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already part of this family. You know how special you are to me, and it is such an honor to be here doing these readings for you. And I wanted to send a special hug to all of my amazing private clients all over the world. You guys know you are. You guys are the best. I feel so blessed that I literally get to work with the best human beings on this planet. So just practicing a lot of gratitude here. So today we have 3 groups for you as always, and you'll have many options on how to choose your reading. So you can pick from group number 1, number 2, number 3, or you can pick them all and take the messages that resonate. You will also be shown each of these cards. We're going to see what they look like and what the message is, as well as each of these crystals. And then we're going to be assigning zodiac signs to each group as well. So some people like to pick their zodiac as well as their person's zodiac and combine those readings. So be gentle with yourself. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just follow your intuition. But if you're at that place where you just don't think the general reading is enough for you, you want to get specific clarity on you and your person, then I highly recommend you do the live reading experience with me. I'm one of the few people who offers this because I love seeing your beautiful face on video call. I think it's extremely transformative. It's such a great connection when it's live, right? All of the answers come up to your questions right there in real time from Spirit to you. We can also record that because you'd be surprised as how much comes up when you actually watch it again, because when you're in the moment, right, there's so much going on. So it's really a beautiful time. It's so informative, and it's going to give you the clarity and direction that you need for your connection. So if that doesn't resonate, I also offer pre-recorded video readings. So if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to pull oracle cards at home, I've also created 2 decks, the Twin Flame Oracle, which is my love deck, which I use in all my readings, and the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, which is the business, money, and career deck. These are also available with free shipping on my website as well as Amazon FBA. So all of the links are in the box below. Okay, so let's take a deep breath and let's see which of these you feel most guided to. So for group number 1, we have the amethyst crystal right here. And your card is the wild rose. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. For group number 2, we have this tower right here. It looks like, my gosh, my memory's so bad, I'm forgetting the name, but I'm sure you guys will know. The second bloom, a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. For group number 3, we have the selenite and release the petals, transformation, death, and rebirth, shedding all change. Now let's go ahead and assign zodiac signs to each group as well. So for group number 1, we have Capricorn, we have Virgo, we have Gemini, and we have Cancer. For group number 2, we have Libra, we have Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. For group number 3, we have Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, and Taurus. Okay, so go ahead and make your choice, and we will get started here with group number 1. My beautiful group 1 that chose this crystal, the Wild Rose, as well as Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, and Cancer. Let's see. Are you on their mind? And if so, what are they thinking and feeling about you at this time? So we'll start here with your oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot. And stay with me to the end, because we will also be getting specific guidance and advice from Spirit just for you. Get this one flipped over. Let's see. So we have go with the flow, let things happen. By the book. Rain, purification. And cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Okay. So I feel like right now there's something that's happened here between the two of you that has been very painful. Okay, there could be a struggle, there could have been a misunderstanding, a disagreement, a fight, some sort of withdrawal from your side, a withdrawal from their side. There seems to be a sense of rigidity in this person's mind and heart right now. So are you on their mind? Yes, very much so. I feel like they're obsessively thinking of you in kind of loops. And I get that looping energy from this cause and effect card. I think this person, they put certain causes out into the field, you know, through their choices. And I feel like their choices are poor. And one of the things that they are thinking about you right now, and the reason why it's looping in their mind, is because they are coming to the realization that they made bad choices, wrong choices, destructive choices when it comes to you and this connection. And so now they're feeling the effects of those choices, and that might be because you've either cut them off through, you know, utter frustration. Like I feel like for some of you, this person just frustrated you so much because of the way they behave. Okay. There's a rigidity. I feel like this energy right here is one of, like, they want you, they want to be with you, but the rigidity comes out in that it seems to always feel to you, group 1, that they want you on their terms. They're never willing to compromise with you. They're not willing to meet you in the middle. Okay, this is not somebody who goes with the flow. Okay, so I am getting an energy that, yes, definitely you are on their mind. But the thing is that it's almost like you are on their mind in the sense that they're starting to understand the negative effects of their behavior. The fact that they never just went with the flow of this relationship. They never just let things progress. They never just let go. There's certain blocks that this person has that run very deep. And the reason why it comes out in like rigidity of their behavior is because those are their fear blocks. They tend to want to control things. They want to do things on their own terms because it gives them a sense of security and control over their internal blocks and their internal fears. So if you look at this person right here, see how they seem very surrendered? Look at the way they're physically even posed. Like they're open. Their chest is open. Their head is back. There's a sense of release. There's a sense of utter surrender. Like, you know, I am open to the flow of life. I'm going to let love and life and spirit just move me the way they want to. This person doesn't have that. They struggle, they resist, they're by the book, and the book is written by them. Okay, so they're very resistant to the flow of life. They need control. Okay, and the way they exercise that control has probably been, in at least in the relationship, I'm sure they exercise control in other aspects of their life, right? Like in their career, in their finances. It can show up in other ways. But with you, I feel like they want you on their own terms. So if certain days they don't feel like talking to you, they won't. You know, they'll hold back. They might disappear for a week because they don't feel like it. You know, it's all on their terms. There's not a sense of generosity in this person. I'm getting the energy that they struggle with being generous of the heart. It doesn't mean they're a bad person, but they're just at some place in their own growth and development where they lack that generosity. And it's not because they don't want to be generous or giving. It's because they've associated that openness with some sort of fear, and instead they reach for control. So they're not reaching for their heart. They're reaching for control of a situation. And so I feel like that's why you may have stepped away from this person. You may have said, you know what, I see this cycle. And if you're not going to meet me where I am, then I need to remove myself from your life. And if that's the case, or if you're considering removing yourself from their life, that's where it's going to feel like a purification to you and to them. As in, they're going to have to sit in the void and have to choose. Do they wish to just control, or do they wish to love? Do they wish to choose your love, or do they wish to sit alone in their control? And that space, whether it's already started because you stepped away, if you've left them alone, that space is going to be their purification. So yes, you are definitely on their mind. Depends, everybody's journey is different. If they've had time to settle into your absence, that absence in itself is creating the purification. It is purifying what is real and what is fake, what is love and what is control. So yes, you are very much on their mind. There are consequences that may have happened, and they were necessary. This person needs to sit with those consequences. And if you have stepped back, or if you are considering stepping back, that is going to give them those consequences. Let's go deeper. What else are they thinking and feeling about group one? The Tower. See, there is some sort of a sudden, maybe abrupt change here. Temperance. Look at that, major arcanas, two of them. Four of Cups, yeah. Emotional shutdown. Wheel of Fortune. Look at this, all major arcanas except for this Four of Cups. Two of Swords. Okay. So definitely, right now, like I said, this to me does indicate either a separation, a withdrawal, a pulling back energy between the two of you, some sort of silence right now. Maybe people are just quiet because this person knows that there are certain decisions that need to be made, or maybe you've already made them. Two of Swords. I think this person, if you have stepped away from them or if you've given them space, they are seeing this as you made a choice very logically, because they know that you love them deeply, but they're seeing this choice that you've made to at least right now leave them alone, be silent with them. They're seeing it as a choice that comes from logic, not from your heart. So that makes them respect you more, okay? Because it's coming across as a very, very sound, reasonable, rational choice. And your behavior, if you've pulled away from this person, is very much in alignment with whatever their actions were, okay? So this person is also thinking that if you have left them alone for now, they deserved it. Okay, their actions were such that they know that what you did is right. They're not putting you down for it, even if they don't admit it to you. Inside, they know. And that is why we're getting this Four of Cups as the central energy here. It's like they feel very emotionally shut down right now, because I feel like they are blaming themselves. Like they are asking themselves, how did they let this happen? You know, I feel like this person struggles with their own self. Like they are their own worst enemy when it comes to love. They tend to shut down love, and it might have to do with their own upbringing, their childhood, past relationships, failures, right? This person finds safety in control. From the beginning of this reading, group one, I feel that this person really needs control. They need to feel like they are in control of their emotions, of their circumstances. They feel like they need to be the one who decides on what terms will they have you and what terms will they have love in their life. But they don't realize that that's not how love works. Love works in balance, generosity. Like it can't be on their terms. It has to be meeting of two hearts in the middle with reciprocity, give and take. And that's what this person's greatest lesson is going to be, especially through your withdrawal. If you have left them alone right now, or if you're thinking of leaving them alone, they're going to go initially into this, you know, Four of Cups emotional shutdown, but it's going to give them the space to be able to realize that you made the rational decision, and that if they want a second chance with you, they are going to have to come from a place of temperance, balance. They can't call all the shots, okay? I feel like in their thoughts of you, they're realizing, and you may have even said this, like, it's not up to you. You don't get to call the shots here. That's not what an equal relationship is. An equal relationship is a balanced give and take between both of us. And if you want that, then you would have to start a new cycle. You may have told this person, or you may be preparing to tell this person, Wheel of Fortune, like, if you want a second chance with me, you have to show up different. You have to show up ready to be in partnership. This is not a dictatorship. You know, I feel like this person with this by the book and the lack of going with the flow, it's almost like they approach relationships as a dictatorship, like it's all them, their needs, their journey, their pain, their frustrations, all about them. But that's not how a relationship with you works. Maybe that would work with somebody else whose self-esteem is less and who's willing to put up with their needs not getting met, but that's not you, right? So this is why the Tower has come down very hard on this person. They're reeling right now because they may be used to other people just going along with their need for control. But you won't do that. You either have said no or you're about to say no. And that is when the Tower is going to come down hard, or if it hasn't already for this person, because you're not playing their game. Okay, you're not buying into their game. So initially they've gone quiet, they've gone emotional shutdown because they don't know what to do with a powerful person who will not be played and who will not give in to their demands for control. Wow. What else are they thinking and feeling about group one? Fresh start, big goals, free will. Yeah, okay. So if you guys are in silence right now, this person has definitely not let you go, okay? This is not over. They may be observing you on socials. They may be trying to find out what you're doing. They may be trying to spy on you, not in a bad way, but you know what I mean? Like, they haven't let go. You're actually getting under their skin. You have really shook this person up, group one. You're really shaking them up because they, again, like I said, that Tower has fallen. They are not used to somebody who is as clear as you are. They're probably not even used to somebody who has your level of self-esteem. You know, again, like I said, this person is used to calling the shots. They're used to people they date or other partners they've had. They're used to those people being more willing to let them call the shots, and you're not like that. You're looking for an equal partnership. You're not here to be somebody's sidekick, okay? And you're not here to just soothe them through their, today I'm not feeling it, tomorrow I am feeling it, today I need to withdraw. No, that's not you, okay? So this person, they are going to come back to you with this idea of a fresh start, okay? Because they're not willing to let you go. Right now, they may be in observation mode, they may be in withdrawal mode, but they have not emotionally disconnected from you at all, okay? So right now, I feel like they're also possibly being distracted by survival instincts as well. So for some of you, this person might right now be struggling in their job or in their business, or just struggling, like needing to work very hard or hustle hard for their income. And so they might be distracted by that, but do not see that as they're disinterested in you or somehow they've let go of you. No, they're using this as a cover for their own Four of Cups. Like, this is a great excuse for them to feel emotionally shut down, because they don't want to feel the emotional heartache, the pain of not having access to you right now, even if it's temporary, even if you guys are just on a break or whatever. But this person is trying to double down on their material life to not feel the pain and the heartache of losing access to you, even if it's temporary, because I feel like you are this person's lifeline. They may not admit it to you, but they are very emotionally attached to you. They cannot imagine their world without you, even though they act like it's not a big deal, okay? So they're gonna come back to you wanting that fresh start, but you're gonna have to see, like, are they willing to be an equal partner, or are they going back to their same patterns of the access to you, the relationship is on their terms? Are they willing to come back saying that I freely choose to make this leap? Because the thing is, in order for them to let go of this fear that blocks them, this fear that needs them, like that requires them to always be in control, to always call the shots in the relationship, they have to be willing to jump off the cliff into waters of indeterminate depth. This is a hard jump, okay, for somebody like this person. But that's the only way they're going to show up as an equal partner to you. If they're not willing to jump off this cliff emotionally and say, you know what, I surrender, I go with the flow, I let go, I'm not going to expect to call the shots here, I'm going to let this become an equal partnership where we both get what we want, our needs get met, until they jump off this cliff, they may not come to you in the way that you want to. But I feel like in their mind, they are very much considering it, because this came through. They're asking themselves, do I want to lose you completely forever, or am I willing to jump off this cliff? That's the question they're sitting with right now, and let them sit with it, because that's the only way they're gonna come through with a real decision. So what does Spirit want to say to group one? Joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. Okay, so Spirit is saying, let this person figure themselves out. You stay in joy. Okay? So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is my business, career, and money deck. They're available with free shipping at my website as well as Amazon FBA. So make sure you go to livetarot.com. Check out all the links in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe. Give this video a like. You have no idea how much it actually supports me and helps the channel, and it's free to you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose this crystal and the second bloom, as well as Libra, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. Let's see. Are you on their mind? And if so, what are they thinking and feeling about you at this time? So we'll start with your oracle cards, and then we'll do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we'll also be getting Spirit's advice and guidance for you today. Are you on their mind? What are they thinking and feeling? Dragon, discover your courage. Co-create. Wolf instinct. Acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Interesting. Okay. So, yes, you are definitely on their mind, but it seems to me that this person is struggling with the image that they try to portray of themselves to the world versus the reality of who they actually feel like inside. Okay? Like, I feel like this person has almost made a semi-career out of looking like they're very strong. Okay? They have the sense of a persona, okay, that they give to the outside world, which seems very instinctual, wolf instinct, which seems very self-reliant, which seems very independent, right? This person loves to portray to the world that they are somebody who is incredibly independent, strong, and self-reliant, and that they don't need anybody, they have themselves, okay? But that is not entirely true. And I feel like they've realized that you are one of the few people who sees through that, who sees that it's a performance, and the performance is for them to hide the vulnerability that is inside of them, the kind of vulnerability that they don't want people to know. Okay? And I feel like this person has struggled, even though they love you, even though you love them, even though there is a very deep connection here, they have really struggled with their own courage to show you their true self. This dragon, discover your courage energy. I feel like this person is used to people accepting the persona that they give out in the world. So like their external image is something that they have preserved well, and 99.9% of people buy into it. Okay? And so they get away with it. And I'm not saying they're a bad person. I think this is their defense mechanism. They don't want anybody to see how fragile they are inside, because this person is fragile. They are not as strong inside as they want other people to believe they are. Okay? There are points in them which are not brave, not courageous. And I think a lot of it has to do with relationships. I feel like this person might on the outside be successful in outside things, you know, whether it's their career, whether it's their abundance, whether it's the where they live or how they handle themselves. In those places, they come off strong. But where they are less secure, where they doubt themselves more, is when it comes to you and when it comes to love. Because like I said, 99.9% of people see them as this public image. But you do not, okay? You do not. And excuse me, you do not see them. You see through this person. You see through their facade. You see through that public image. And it's been very hard for them to accept that. It's been very uncomfortable for them. Even though they're falling in love with you, even if they are already in love with you, even if they have a deep connection with you, I almost feel like they were hoping that you would buy that image too. Because just because this person falls in love, whether it's you or anybody before you, it doesn't mean that they want to let go of that persona. Okay? This is not the kind of person who's thinking, oh, well, when I fall in love, I'm going to be real. No. They are comfortable with this image. They want everybody in their life, including you or whatever partners they've had in the past, to buy into this image, but you do not. And what's interesting is because you don't, they've fallen for you harder than they've ever felt for anybody else. So here's the contradiction in this person group too. They're very conflicted and contradicted because you are the kind of person who only wants co-creation. As in order to have you, this person must co-create with you. from a place that's real and authentic, and they are not used to that. Okay, they don't co-create. They make other people believe they co-create, but they don't, because they never bring the mask down. They've never had to. The mask that they wear to the world is something that they keep both professionally, both on the outside world, as well as with anybody they're dating. They have no intention of bringing that mask down, but you force them to. Your very energy, your very presence, who you are as a human being, forces this person into co-creation. And that's simultaneously terrifying to them, but it's also a turn on, a huge turn on. And this is why they right now are falling really hard for you, because you are the one person they can't hide from. They see that you see through them. They know that you see through the mask, and you're trying to figure out who is the person behind that mask. And that simultaneously at the same time scares them, really deeply scares them, but also really deeply turns them on, because now you've become that enigma, that intriguing 1 in a million person who doesn't fall for the mask. And that's also very exciting to them. Wow, this is very interesting. This is an interesting reading. Let's go deeper. What else are they thinking and feeling? We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Wands. We have 2 8s. We have the King of Cups. We have the Hierophant. And we have the, wow, 10 of Cups. Okay, interesting. So see, this person is, like I said before, they are not only intrigued by you, they're very undone by you in every way. And that's why we have this King of Cups as the central energy. They're falling hard for you, like I said, because you are so different. You see through them. You see through things that other people have never penetrated in this person. And that is why you, group 2, are eliciting a deeply, deeply emotional response from this person. You affect them emotionally more than they're willing to admit right now. Again, because you're unique, you're different, you see through the crap. And because you see through the crap, it's scaring them, but it's also exciting them, and it's deepening their emotions to a point where they're going to have to decide what is it that they truly want to do with this situation. We have 2 8s here, right? So there's a stability here. It's like they have found the stability for their situation, and they want that comfort. Okay, so this is somebody who, again, may be very good at their career or likes to hide in that. They like to hide in that public image. They may be somebody who feels the most comfortable when they're hiding in the public image of their work. Their work gives them that persona, okay? But it doesn't give them the excitement, right? It gives them a stable identity that gives them the illusion of control. But do they really have control? No, they think they do, but they don't, right? So that gives them the stable identity of that illusion of control. But this 8 of Wands is everything that's out of control, everything that is fast, exciting, volatile, moving energy. So they've become very complacent in this energy. They're very comfortable in this energy. They're in it, as they think of you in their thoughts and in their thoughts and feelings of you, you are providing movement. Okay, their love for you, their attraction to you is now stirring things up in them that have been dead for a long time, in the sense that it's stirring up a level of excitement, a level of change, progress, travel. This could even be that, you know, I don't know if you guys are, so for some of you, could be long distance. So there's a travel element to it, although it doesn't have to be. Just take that as it resonates. But this is about excitement and fast moving energy when somebody has been very used to the daily grind and has become quite comfortable because they can control that daily grind. Okay. So now they're also thinking, you know, 10 of Cups, like they could have everything with you. Like they could be incredibly happy with you because you see them for who they really are. And there is a satisfaction to that, even though there's fear. But being seen for who you really are can bring a lot of emotional contentment, which is what they feel. But they realize also that their beliefs are very rigid, right? Like they're going to have to let go of this belief that they cannot bring their persona down even with you, right? Like that it's okay to be in a relationship with somebody where you're just giving them the same mask that you give to the world. But they're realizing that that in itself is rigid. Okay, it's rigid, it's limiting, and it's a mask. There's that mask again. See, they're realizing that if they truly, in their thoughts of you, that they have to bring this mask down. They have to show you who they really are. Otherwise, you're not going to stay. Because you want authenticity. And they're right now refusing to be fully authentic because it feels too scary. So what else are they thinking and feeling? Journal. Creativity. Self-worth. Yeah, okay. So union. So see, this person, they are in the processing mode right now, okay? They want reunion or reunion with you, depending on, you know, where the relationship is right now. They absolutely want to be with you, okay? But the question is going to be, are they willing to bring the mask down? Because look, even this King of Cups has a mask. Even this King of Cups has a mask. So this person is dealing with the mask that they give to society, okay? They live with a mask towards society. They don't live the most authentic life. And I'm not saying they're a bad person, but something in their development, something in their upbringing, the way they were raised, there's a self-worth issue here. They were raised somehow to believe that you have to give the external world a particular image of yourself, because it's not safe to let people into seeing you and knowing you for who you really are. And a lot of that has to do with self-worth. Like there's something in them, maybe they feel shame about who they really are. Maybe they have, you know, anxiety about their childhood. They could have had traumatic experiences where they just feel like nobody would truly love them if they knew who they really are inside. So they have to keep up some sort of image that the outside world will accept and like, because it's a self-worth issue. And because we're getting this card, group 2, that's probably where this is. You know, it's their lack of true confidence. The persona or the image gives them a fake sense of confidence in the world because they can hide behind it, right? Because something within them doesn't feel worthy enough to show their real personality, their real values, like everything inside of them. And that's something that they're wrestling with. And I think until they met you, it was working. The whole setup they had here of wearing that mask was working because people didn't push back. People didn't challenge them. Maybe at work, it's all fine because, you know, there's no close relationships there. And then maybe in their dating life before, they dated more casually, or even if they had a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, or whoever, that it was, you know, that person was fine with whatever mask this person wanted to show them, and they didn't ask for more. They didn't push for more. So they were able to hide their issues with self-worth behind that mask. And now they're processing this. When this journal card comes out, it's all about going through a processing period where you need to figure out, is what you have been doing so far going to continue to work for you long term? Or is it time to change? Is it time to create something different? And I think you coming into this person's life is pushing them to ask that question in the first place, which they weren't asking before, because again, everybody just accepts their mask. But now they know that in order to have you, in order to truly keep you, in order to have that 10 of cups here with you, that mask is going to have to go down, but they're not used to that. So right now, that's what they're processing in their thoughts of you. Can I do this? Can I create something different? Or am I willing to lose you? But I don't think they're willing to lose you because we're ending with this union card. So I think this person wants the union. They're trying to work on how to, bring that mask down and make themselves vulnerable to you and let you see them for who they really are. So Spirit's advice, new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Okay, so I think Spirit is saying here that either this person will show up new in the sense that they will bring their mask down and they will show you who they really authentically are, and then you can see if that works for you, like if this is who you want to be with. If not, don't worry, there's a new person as well. So either this person will come back new or you will meet somebody entirely different. Okay, I think that's what Spirit is saying to you. Wow, this was an interesting reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. Twin Flame Oracle is this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is my business, money, and career deck. They're available free shipping on Amazon FBA as well as my website. So all of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. You have no idea how much it actually supports me and helps the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. For group 3 that chose this, Release the Petals, as well as this crystal. And Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, and Taurus. Let's see, are you on their mind? And if so, what are they thinking and feeling about you? So we'll start here with oracle cards. And then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end because we'll also be getting Spirit's advice and guidance for you. Don't know why I'm not shuffling well today. All right, we have vacation. Take time for relaxation and adventure. New life. Autumnal equinox, release. Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. Wow. Okay, this is really beautiful energy. I love this. I'm getting an energy from your person about rejuvenation. Okay, like the sense of renewal, transformation, change in a positive way. There seems to be some sort of a release of either stress, negativity, negative energy, the release of choices that have been difficult to make, and a sense of a transition from a more challenging or stressful cycle into a better one. And that's what they are thinking of as they think of you. Okay, I feel like for some of you this could have been a separation. It doesn't have to be, as in like you're on, like this person is thinking about what could be on the other side of a separation, like a reunion kind of energy. Okay, that's not for everybody, but even if there's been a struggle, there's a sense of, again, a renewal, a sense of hope in their mind and in their thoughts and feelings around you that things can change, things can be different, things can be transformed. And I'm really loving this energy because we're getting a vision for that, right? I feel like this person, as they're thinking of you, they want to have a purpose when it comes to you. They want to have a vision of an actual future and an actual relationship with you that feels good. Okay, that feels rejuvenating, that feels relaxing, that feels that it's coming from ease rather than struggle. Okay, so if you and this person have had a struggling relationship, you know, where it's been you feel like it's been an uphill battle because there's many forces that you've had to deal with. Maybe you guys each have other responsibilities in your life. Maybe, you know, their work is difficult, your family is, you know, responsibilities are there, or vice versa. You both have work, family, and a lot of things on your plate, and that may have put some tension or stress on this relationship. But I feel like this person is definitely having a vision for how that struggle can now be released. Okay, and for those of you who do live in the Western Hemisphere, this could even be a timing marker, right? That when autumn comes, which is coming soon here in the Western Hemisphere, that it could be the release of old struggles. Okay, it can be the release of old challenges and old stresses. And it can actually usher in a whole new cycle and a whole new life. And that's what this person is pondering when it comes to you. And look at how beautiful this energy is. It feels very like, you know, like very much of a release of old things, a release of old conflicts, like this openness. If you see this person right here, this openness, you know, and a sense of, you know, how can we relax? To me, these two energies right here are relaxation energies. This person wants to take a vacation with you. Maybe things have been very stressful and a bit of a struggle between the two of you, as well as in your individual lives. You know, maybe you both have been dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of responsibilities, and you just don't get time off to take a break from those things, to be together and to be in that sense of romance and peace and ease. So this is why I feel like this person is definitely daydreaming about taking you away somewhere, going somewhere away with you. If this is a long distance relationship, they want to take a vacation where they can meet up with you, because maybe you guys haven't seen each other physically in a while and they miss you very much. So this person right now is having visions of, you know, spending time with you and wanting to make this relationship like give it a sense of renewal, you know. So things might have been stuck lately. I wouldn't be surprised if lately both of you have been feeling very stuck because maybe your external pressures, you know, like things from the material world, things that have been getting in the way, other tensions, other stress. Like you may just have not had the mental or emotional bandwidth to really be there for each other. You may have put this on the back burner. You may have said, okay, let me deal with my other issues right now, and then we'll come back, we'll reconvene, we'll, like, you know, reunite when things are better for both of us. So I feel like this person right now is very much thinking of that union, you know, like they're very much thinking of, okay, what is the next step here for us? What are we going to do next? How are we going to release some of these tensions? Is it time, you know, and what is our vision for the future? So I wouldn't be surprised if this person wants to take you away somewhere or go away somewhere. It doesn't even have to be far away, where you two can have alone time and you can talk about your vision for the future. Like you can plan, okay, this is where we're at right now in our relationship. What do you want? What do I want? And what is our vision for moving forward? Because you may have been a little bit stuck, you know, with other distractions or responsibilities, and this relationship may have not gotten the priority that you want it to have. But now your person is definitely thinking very clearly, like, okay, it's time for us to meet, you know, spend time together and talk about our vision for the future. Let's see what else. What else are they thinking or feeling? Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, the Fool, the Empress. Wow, beautiful. Okay. So I feel like this person is very clear on what you mean to them and what role you play in their life. Like, what do they want from this connection? But with the Five of Swords being here as a central energy, I feel like they have a sense of them wanting to win at life. Like, I feel like because the two of you seem to be in a situation where you may have other responsibilities, you know, whether it's kids from a previous marriage, you know, family members that need taken care of, a very demanding career, or maybe even, you know, physical location, like long distance relationship. There's something here where it's like they feel like both of you need to feel a victory in the lives that you're living right now, you know, that don't have to do with the relationship. It's almost like they feel like certain things have to be won over, right? Like certain situations, you both need to have a victory in those situations, almost to like justify coming together and committing to each other. You almost feel like other things have to be handled first. They feel, and you might too, you might be mirroring each other on this, that before they can move on with you, before they can fully commit to a brand new life with you, there are other things that need to be resolved, but they don't want to do it in a way where they feel like they're at a loss. It's almost like there's certain battles to be won still in life outside of each other that need to be won. And it's almost like this person and you perhaps both want to do it cleanly. Like you both want to resolve any other situations cleanly first. You want to be able to fulfill your responsibilities, obligations, whatever, to the rest of the people in your life or other situations in your life. And you want to feel like you're winning at that. You don't want to take a loss there. Each of you is being intentional, or at least I know this person is being very intentional. Knight of Pentacles, like they are slow moving energy when it comes to moving forward in terms of having an actual life with you. But that doesn't mean that they're not committed. It just means that they want to do it right. They want to handle or resolve whatever other issues are in their life first. And who knows, maybe you might want to do the same, right? They want to come cleanly. They want to make sure that even if this is slow and steady, it still reaches the finish line. They don't want to rush. They don't want to lose out on this, but they also know that there are certain things that need to be dealt with first. And they want to make sure that they can win at that. Like they don't want to lose these other situations, lose what needs to happen in these other situations in order to rush into a new beginning. They want to feel that other issues have been resolved and in a good way so that they feel amazing moving forward with you. Because look at this Empress and the Fool. This is all about the abundance of new beginnings, creativity, and creating a new life. For some of you who are in that place where you do want to start a family, this person may need to resolve other things in their life so they can have a new beginning, a future with you where you guys can start a family together. Okay, if that's what you both want. But this is about clean beginnings, right? Other wins that need to happen, other victories that must happen in order to have a clean new beginning with you. Okay, and that even includes those of you who are in third-party situations. Okay, because there is a bit of an energy here, take it as it resonates, that maybe these wins have to happen in order to resolve a third party. Okay, but it has to be done cleanly so that they can come to you, or you can come to them, or you can come to each other with a whole new energy of a new life, which we see right here as well, the Fool plus the new life. Okay, so that's where this vision comes in. There's a vision for the future that is very strong here in them, but it comes with the need to resolve things, resolve other things. Why? Because it's clear to them that you rule their heart. Queen of Cups energy, like their heart is with you. You know, even if right now the outside circumstances don't reflect that yet, but they're preparing for that even though it feels slow. So what else are they thinking and feeling? Appreciate, ascend, transform. Wow, this is beautiful. Ego. See, it's interesting that we get that with the Five of Swords, because I feel like, yes, they absolutely deeply appreciate you. You are a treasure in this person's life. I think that is very clear. That is not up for debate. They deeply, deeply appreciate you and love you. And they want to ascend this relationship, as in they want ascension, expansion with this love, with this relationship. Their intentions, the way they think of you, the way they dream of you, the way they, their vision of you is very pure. You know, they hold you in great respect. You are ascension to them. Being with you is an ascension of their life. They feel like their life would get exponentially better. Their life would ascend. Their experience in this journey of life would ascend by and expand by being with you. Okay, so they hold you to the highest regard, but they also want to be worthy of that. You know, they want to be worthy of you. And they know that with this Five of Swords, ego and transformation, there are things that need to be resolved. Okay. And this to me is another Five of Swords card. Like they feel like they must win at something else, whether they need to go through a divorce, whether they need to get out of a living situation, whether they need to, you know, get out of a third party, or even whether they need to get out of family entanglement. Sometimes this Five of Swords ego card is also about transforming family entanglements. Maybe this person has you know, toxic people in their family that they feel like they need to break free from. So as I always say, third parties are not always romantic, right? So they know that they need to transform. They know that there is something that needs to be resolved here, because then they can fully ascend with you. Then they can fully step into this Empress and the Fool's energy, which is really about creation, the creation of a brand new life. Okay, but that creation takes time, it takes energy, it takes strategy, and it takes planning towards a particular vision. And that is why I feel like this person wants to sit down with you, whether it's a vacation, a getaway, alone time, to plan that vision, to plan that transformation. What are the next steps in order for the two of you to come together and have this new beginning? So what does Spirit have to say? Play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Okay, so this is interesting. I feel like you guys definitely have a sense of play, vacation, relaxation. Okay, so this is coming for you with this person, hopefully, that both of you are going to have a chance to de-stress and relax, because it seems like both of you have been going through a lot of stress in your individual lives, as well as in this relationship that you're trying to build. So definitely, if the opportunity comes up for the two of you to go away, have fun, do something to relax, make sure you take that opportunity if you can. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. And from that, you might get a resolution or the next steps in this relationship. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recording. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. The Twin Flame Oracle is this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. They're available free shipping at Amazon FBA, as well as my website. So make sure you go to livetarot.com, and all of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It really helps me in the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one.